everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with my October layout share. Hard to believe that it is already November. We have quite the stack. If I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think I scrapbooked that much this month, but apparently I did. I do have a couple that I did off camera, so we'll kind of go through those, and I kind of have them sorted as well. So this one here I did do off camera. I used a Pink Fresh Studio Simply the Best collection, I think. And I do have quite the story with this one, so lots of journaling down here. I believe I used a Page Maps sketch for this one. So I did bring in this wood green, is actually close to my heart, and it just felt like with this deep blue, that wood grain looked really nice. So the story is my title. I will document a lot here. And yeah, just used, these are pieced together, so it makes it look like kind of this paper goes all the way across, but I did use just pieces and pieced it together. A Disney layout. So finishing up my December 23 Disney trip, I had just some photos left from Ohana. So stacked them over here, added one, a little bit Mickey ear that I stitched on, and a flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. Pretty simple design, came together pretty quickly besides the stitching maybe. But yeah, glad that that trip is documented. 2-page layout using documented. Speaking of that, we'll try to maneuver. That's quite the stack, you guys. So I don't think I can get it both in here with that, but I used actually colors to kind of match my son's shirt, which I don't always do, but the colors in this collection are amazing, and I picked some more up at She Loves Color because I love it so much. So I don't think I used a sketch, but this is from a date day, so I will document that over here. We did lunch, and then went to the beach and ate some ice cream, and he can never keep clean. This was a few years ago, but he still is messy. So good days for my title, and just lots of fun embellishments on this one. Love it so much. All right, this one here I think is another Page Maps, and combining a couple of Simple Stories collections. School is Cool. Well, maybe it's mostly School is Cool. Now that I'm looking at it, some of it, maybe the red is from Teen Vibe Carson, but I think the majority of School is Cool. So just kind of clustered my photos here, some tags, and just 3 clusters. Don't really have a title because in the photo it's last day of kindergarten, so I didn't think I needed to add anything to that. Another 2-page layout, another Page Maps sketch. This one was a little bit different because of the large grid on page 1 for me. I combined a couple of Simple Stories collections, Acorn Lane and Cider and Donuts, I believe. Other thing that's different is usually I would have this kind of as page 1 and then the smaller photos page 2. But again, I was following a Page Map sketch, and that's how they had it, so that's how I created it. And I think this is Inner Creativity Shop. Acrylic piece, and these hearts, I have a couple of them in the clusters too, so I think that's Inner Creativity Shop. And another 2-page One Fall Day from Bella Boulevard. Now I'm questioning myself. I still think this is Inner Creativity Shop, I believe. So another Page Map sketch as well. I kind of got into that this month, and that kind of helped me create. So this was just a 1-page sketch, and I turned it into a 2-page, kind of just mirroring it, and then just adding the 1 photo on page 1, documenting his pumpkin carving. And yeah, Bella Pop, leaves falling. In the video, I had not added this floral paper, but without it, I just felt like there was such a big orange gap in the middle. I didn't like it, and adding that flower strip across the page just really helped bring in color, bring the 2 layouts together, I felt like, as well. Now my Rosie's Studio Creative Club layouts. I For 2 of them, I used the Wildwood collection, which is new to me. It's an older collection, and they only have the 6x6 paper pad left. I love the icons. I love the color, so I decided to challenge myself. I don't buy a lot of 6x8 or 6x6 paper pads anymore, but I did with this one, and I'm very glad I did. So I cut the triangles. This is an Allison Davis sketch. Cut the triangles, have my one photo, my title, and then really 2 clusters, and then I just kind of rounded off this. I think I might be missing a gem. I do think one might have fallen off up here, so I will have to find that, but just kind of rounded around, embellished around, sorry, my photo on that side. So from that one, I had these 4 triangles left. Another sketch from Allison Davis. I did add a 5th triangle. I added some stitching, cluster, title, and cluster on the bottom. So I did some stitching here, some stitching on this one, and then stitching around the outside. And I really like the way that this turned out. This is going to be for my son, and I just feel like this collection, these colors are gorgeous. You know, these are photos that like I wouldn't really know what to document, or what collection I mean to document, and I am so glad that I chose this one. I think it is just beautiful. Then a cherry on top sketch challenge. I used, trying to look, all wrapped up. So this is Rosie Studio as well, but I used the cherry on top weekly sketch challenge, and then this is a Vicki Boutin title. So I did bring in that. Made a shaker pocket out of the snow globe, and just really had a lot of fun creating this one, and think it's beautiful. All right, love grows here. I got inspiration for this one from my friend Scrappy Jenny K. I haven't done like a diagonal design in quite some time, and so I loved this one, and it worked so nice for these 2 photos here. We were having cheeseburgers and I think a Diet Coke on my grandma's back deck after she passed, and we had said, "This one's for you, Gigi." And so I actually did bring in a cheeseburger Bella Pop from Teen Vibe Carson. Was able to use a couple of the houses, which is great. I don't know kind of what to use the houses on with this collection. I do have a home renovation layout I plan on doing, so I'll add some there, but I was happy to get 2 there. Some of the trees, the flowers, and just loved how this one came together. Did this one off camera. Had some time, I guess, to myself. Usually I feel like I just create for my YouTube channel all the time, so it is kind of fun to create when I have a few extra minutes. So I did this one over the course of a couple days because of the stitching. So I just did the strips. I found inspiration somewhere, and now I think it might be from Scrapbook Generation, from like International Scrapbooking Day, I believe is where I got this sketch. So this Teen Vibe Carson collection was absolutely perfect. I only had the 1 photo, so I used a cut apart here, some of the bigger icons to fill in that white diagonal strip, and then in between each of my strips of paper. Oh, you guys, I missed this one. I'll have to go back maybe. It had black there, I missed that one, but I added black stitching to the insides of those. Layered a couple of Bella Pops on that TV there, just to use those up because I've had them. A flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. I actually got this in Paper and Bling, a kit from her, so I did get that from her. Now my cherry on top weekly sketch challenges. A couple of Star Wars Disney ones. This one here, just some strips of paper, a couple of photos. This was supposed to be 4x6, but there was just too much cement, so I cut that out, added some stars. I will do some journaling. So simple, but really like the way that that turned out. We've got Olga's Cantina, so same type of papers, and low quality photos because of the kind of lighting in Olga's, but it is what it is. So the stars in that red paper, the Luna alphabet from Bella Boulevard, yeah, love how this one turned out. Grab some water. All right, this one was supposed to be like this. I had this photo though, so I rotated the sketch. Love grows here again. Pieced together my title. I had some alphas from my stash, but love the rainbow border for the photo of the rainbow. I will journal here. Again, really simple design, kind of some paper layering there, but not much to it, but beautiful nonetheless. This is Lake Life from Bella Boulevard, kind of a grid. Can't remember what these were supposed to be, if these were supposed to be photos, but I only had 2, and so I just filled it in with papers and embellished on them. So again, simple layout, but memory documented, and I love the outcome of it. All right, so this one actually was a layout we did at She Loves Color last year, but I had not filled in the photos yet, so I decided to go look at the layouts that I completed last year since I was heading there again. And I decided these 2 worked really nicely with this layout. I love the bright colors for these 2 photos. I love the photos. I'm so happy that this is just documented now. It was a layout we already had completed, and I love the outcome. Maybe I could cut Mickey ears and just add that there. Maybe I could journal down here with those white strips. This is one of my absolute favorite pictures from this trip. I think it's adorable, and this was a mother-daughter trip that we took. This one, man, you guys, I did this one off camera too, using an older kit, Flavors of the Month kit from the ScrapRoom. I had bought it and hadn't used it yet. And so I decided to see what I could do. It's a travel collection. This was a field trip on a Coast Guard boat. And so I did bring in some random pieces. Like this boat I got from Lake Life. Colors worked well. Chipboard maybe from Lake Life too. And then some of these puffy stickers were from a puffy sticker sheet that I got last year at She Loves Color, so I used some of those. Yeah, and I just love the colors of the collection, love how it's a travel collection, but I used it for a field trip, used up the collection. I wasn't sure how I was going to use it, or the kit, I guess. So I really like how this one came together and how the colors are on either side of the page. It just really brings it in. All right, so this one is extra special. I am in the last issue of Scrapbook and Cards today, and I am like the last layout in the last issue. There's some ads and stuff behind, but I am that last layout in the last issue. So I am happy and sad all at the same time. So that is that, and here is the actual layout. I pieced it all together. A labor of love, but it is just gorgeous. I love how this turned out. This is, well, let me look. I can't remember what collection. I created this so long ago, but Make It Merry from Simple Stories. So that's this collection. Love the colors of it. Love the big black border. I feel like it just really makes the pattern papers in the middle pop. A flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. Love it. So happy that is in that magazine. 2-page layout. And funny thing is, I recorded this one and my camera was like falling. And it just, I did not think was salvageable. So another one I kind of did on camera, but you guys didn't get to see it. So this was another Flavors of the Month kit from a previous month. And so again, using up what scraps I have the red, which I love here, the green and the plaid, pieced it all together. They are all scraps. Nothing is layered. Even though it looks like it, it's not. flare from Scrap and Happy Studio, cut apart kind of for my title. Yeah, love it. So simple, really. Looks like a lot maybe because there are 3 pattern papers, but they're literally strips. Like I can feel that it's butted up against each other. So looks like it goes all the way across, but it's not. So sorry that one was not on camera. I wish it would have been. So same collection. I used what pieces I had left and made a grid design with just one photo. Flare from Scrap and Happy Studio, another cut apart for my title. I had to incorporate this plaid paper somehow. So I did a tag kind of behind, or flag behind my one photo. Thought this cozy vibes was perfect for us kind of cuddling on the hayride. This one here I did on my ScrapRoom group live video. So on Facebook, follow the ScrapRoom group is the whole name of it. And I do a live video every month using the flavors of the month. When I unboxed my kit last month, I kind of chuckled because there was a daughter phrase in the ephemera that I got. I am a daughter, but I have 2 sons, so I kind of just chuckled. But then going through my photos, I was like, ooh, I have the word fun, mother-daughter fun. Why not? So this, again, is Disney. There are no Disney supplies on it, but I absolutely love it. I believe I followed the sketch for the month with this one, so it did come together pretty quickly. Yeah, love the colors of this as well. Love the colors with these photos. Kind of the same thing with that other Bella Boulevard collection, that layout I created at She Loves Color. Just really love the way that this one turned out. Incorporates some tags, a window. I don't know why. Oh, I thought it was kind of cute because it's Tinkerbell. So like the window with Peter Pan. So nobody else will probably make the connection, but I got to use the window. Oh, the rest are ScrapRoom group, the ScrapRoom. And I think, oh, not all of them, but I think from the October kits. Ghouls and Goblins maybe is this one. So brought in, I thought the green was perfect for my son's costume. Trimmed this one down pretty good. And so just lined those up and matted that in a green. Have this coming all the way across, dovetailed both ends. And just kind of these 3 clusters here. So pretty simple, but like how this Halloween one turned out. All right, another one. Autumn Breeze, maybe? Simple Vintage Autumn Breeze, I believe. So, documented a trip to the corn maze. Brought in, I just love like this background paper. So I did gut it and added the cardstock from the kit from Flavors of the Month. Added a couple of, and it looks like, I don't know. The cardstock is textured. I don't use rub-ons a lot. Apparently, textured cardstock and rub-ons are not really good friends. I didn't know, but I wanted to use them because they came in one of my add-on kits. So I do have a couple of the rub-ons here, and yeah, I don't know. I like how this one turned out. I think it is different maybe for me, but color-wise with the corn, I feel like works. This one here was my actual ScrapRoom design team layout using Lovely Lane from Paige Evans. So I fussy cut the inside of the wreath, and it's actually popped up on some foam tape so that I was able to kind of layer underneath. Did bring in the word love for my stash. Otherwise, everything else came from the kit or the add-on kits. It really, embellishing was simple. The wreath was busy enough, so I added the hexagons, some of the florals, and the hearts, and called it good. Same collection, no idea what photos, but I did, I believe, use the sketch. So let me see. And I don't know where the paper is with the actual sketch, but I believe I used the sketch on both of these. So you can kind of see I have the bigger pattern paper here and then the big flag here. I believe the sketch did have multiple photos, and this one, obviously, I only have the one. So one sketch, two totally different layouts, which is always fun. Large title, yeah, two different collections. So you kind of get an idea of how you can make it your own. All right, and to finish it off, my Pear Tree Cut Files design team layout. So this is the Happy Snaps. I use the documented collection. Just have my photos lined up at the top. Made the Happy Snaps the big kind of focal point, and then a couple of smaller clusters. Yeah, just love. Again, I didn't know what to use to document these kind of random photos. Documented is perfect for that, and I'm glad that I actually did purchase it. This is an older Celebrate. Let me see. Okay, so Happy Snaps was the Pearscription. This is the older Celebrate. I used the Birthday Bash from Blvd, and this is some of the acetate, the ombre, Bella Besties, and then just kind of embellish the title there, and then just a couple of extra embellishment clusters. So really simple. And then the Smarty Pants. This one here is the new one from the October release, one of the new ones. I use School is Cool and some of the other Blvd. I think the Stars is Teen Vibe Carson. This one here that I've matted is My Life 365. And maybe some Bella Besties or Teen Vibe Carson there. But embellishments, School is Cool. Just some smaller embellishments kind of throughout, just because it is super busy with a large title and 5 photos. Matted some or backed some of the cut file. Left a few pieces open. I figured why not. And actually, shoot, I needed to bring that all the way down. Oh well, nobody told me. Oh well, it is what it is. I don't know that anybody will actually notice but me. Now that I pointed it out to everybody. But I did offset it on my Cricut and then cut the letters out on my Cricut and actually just put them flush instead of popping them up on foam tape. And I like the way that the white really pops with the black outline and the background. October was busy. Oh my goodness. Hopefully November will be busy for you guys as well. I know I have quite a few layouts planned already, so lots of good things coming up as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this layout share, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.